Welcome to part 10 of creating an economy Discord bot from scratch with slash commands. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a Coinflip command. And basically what a Coinflip command is going to be 50-50 odds between heads or tails. The user is going to pick heads or tails, and the computer is then going to quote unquote flip a coin for heads or tails. And if the user who used the command is correct, then we're going to reward them with some coins. And if they're not correct, no harm, no foul. They're not going to lose anything, but there is going to be a cooldown, and we're going to add the cooldown at the end because it's really optional. If you guys want to have a cooldown, we're going to add a 1 hour cooldown so that people can't just use the coin flip endlessly just to get more and more coins. And I suggest you guys add a cooldown, but again, you guys can implement it however you want. But before we get started, guys, if you like content like this, please go ahead and go down and hit the subscribe button on my channel, Even More Code. If you want more videos, and in the comments, guys, you can always suggest more commands that you want me to either figure out how to make and make a video on, or if you already know how a command works, but you just want me to walk through it, I can do that too. Anything you guys want, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys ever have any questions on any tutorial videos, also you can join the Discord. I have it linked on the YouTube channel or in the description of this video, so you can join the Discord and ask any questions pertaining to any video on my channel. So let's get started into the Coinflip command. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, there really isn't that much code that goes into it, but the cooldown can get a little complicated if you guys don't know how. So let's get started and let's go over to commands and let's create a new command, and we're going to call this coinflip.js. There we go. And just like always, every single video, copy from the pin command and paste it over to the Coinflip. All right, now before we get started, there is a global value that we want to set. So if you remember in the daily video, I went over creating this global values.json. So go over to here and we're going to add another global value. And the global value is going to be called Coinflip reward. Now you guys again can call us whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to call it. And we're going to set the Coinflip reward to 5. So this is going to be the amount of coins that you want to reward your user if they win the coin flip. You can set this as low as you want or as high as you want, up to you. But it's always good to have your values stored in a general place like this. That way you don't have to actually go into each command to edit the values. You can edit it once here and it will edit for the entire file. So let's go into Coinflip and we can actually import that. So let's do const and we'll say Coinflip reward. And we will pull that from the file we just wrote it in. So do quotes. Let's traverse to the global values.json file. There we go. We're also going to need the profile model just like every video because we are going to give them coins if they win. So require, we'll take that from our models folder and then we'll go to profile schema. Here we go. Let's go through the motions. Let's type in Coinflip for the name. You can set the description to anything you want. I'm going to say flip a coin for a free bonus. Okay, then we're going to actually add a string option. So add string option. We're going to pass the option in there and we're going to go ahead and set some attributes on it. So do the arrow function option dot set name. So the option's name is going to be choice. So they get to make a choice, heads or tails. And we're going to set the description as heads or tails. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, and then let's also set this as required because we actually do really need them to make a choice to decide if they won or not. And then let's actually give them some choices. So instead of having them write in a string, a custom string, we can just give them choices and then they have to pick one of the choices in order to actually fulfill the command. So the way you write choices is you pass objects with name and value. So we'll set the name for this first object as heads. And then for value, we're also going to pass in heads. And so basically what the difference between name and value is name is what the user is going to see. So on Discord, they're going to see this as the option. And then when they select this option, the value is going to be basically what the code reads. So we're going to do another option and we're going to say name as tails. And we're going to pass the value as tails as well. There we go. And now we have all the data for this command set up. And now we can go ahead with the execution of this command. So let's first pull out the ID of the user who's using this command. So you do const ID equals interaction.user. There we go. We get the ID of the user. And then next we're going to say await interaction.defer reply. So we're just telling Discord, we're going to reply to this, but let's calculate something first. Then this is where the 50-50 odds come in. So we're going to get a random number between 1 and 0. So let's say const random num, and we're going to say math.round. So it's going to round the product of math.random. And so what math.random does is it gives you a random number between 0 and 1. And that could be a decimal. So a number between 0 and 1 would be like 0.25 or 0.3, 0.4, 0.567. That's a number between 0 and 1. And basically we're going to round that number to either 1 or 0, depending. So any number that's 0.5 or above is going to go to 1, and anything lower than that is going to go to 0. We're going to round that, and then depending if it's 0 or 1, that's going to make it heads or tails. So we're going to say const result is equal to random num, and then we're going to use a ternary operator. So basically what this says is if random num is true or false. So if it's true, which 1 is a truthy value and 0 is a falsy value. So if 1 is true, then we're going to make it heads. And if it's false, then we're going to make it tails. So basically, if you're thinking about it in the context of a number between 0 and 1, it's saying result is going to equal heads if random num is 1, or result is going to equal tails if random num is equal to 0. So that's basically what that is saying. So result is now going to give us what the coin has actually flipped to in our heads, right? And then we're going to say, let's take the choice of the user. So choice equals interaction.options.get string. And we're going to say choice because that is what we called it up here. So now we're getting the choice, and then we can check if choice is equal to result. So that would be in the case that they actually did choose correctly. So we're going to say if choice is equal to result, then what we can do is we can go to profile model. So await profile model, find one, and update. And we can do like we always do, match user ID with the ID that we pulled out from before. So you'll see we pulled it from right here. So pull that out, and then we can increase. So money sign increase, and then balance. And we want to do that by Coinflip reward. So we want to increase their balance by Coinflip reward, which is what we pulled out from our global values. There we go. So this is in the case that they won. And then after this, we can just send them a message saying that they won. So await interaction.edit reply, edit reply, and we can say winner. You won, and then we can say the amount they won. So Coinflip reward, coins with, and then we can embolden by using the 2 asterisks, and we can say choice. So we can pass their choice in here. And we can say what they won with, just so other users in the channel can also see that they won, because, you know, everyone likes to celebrate a good win. And then that's it for if they win. And then we can just write another case if they lose. So we can say else, if they did not match, then we can say await interaction.edit reply. And we can say lost, ... You chose, and then we can embolden the choice that they made. So same way, choice. And we can say, but it was, and then we can say result. So embolden that as well. And this will give them an easy lost or win reply depending on what their choice was. And it's just going to be random every single time. So every time this command run, it really flips a coin, right? Because that's what flipping a coin is. And that is it for the command. So let's test this command out. It's not too difficult. Let's do node deploy commands.js. And then let's start up the bot. Let's go check it out. So let's do the command that we wrote above. So Coinflip, and then here we go. We see options. So we have heads or tails. Let's pick heads. And lost, it says lost. You chose heads, but it was tails. There we go. You see the bold on the heads and tails. Let's try it again. Heads, lost. Okay, that's 2 in a row. Let's see if we can Get a win here. Lost. Okay, 3 in a row. Come on, give us a win. Okay, it looks like we have an error. So it says cast a number failed for undefined type number at path balance. So let's go. The only time we use balance is here when we're doing Coinflip reward. We are importing Coinflip reward from global values, and up here is the error. So actually in the global values.json, I actually had a lowercase f, but in the Coinflip command, I do uppercase f. So what you want to do is just make sure they're uniform. And I'm just going to switch this to a lowercase. And then also down here where we use it, switch it to a lowercase. Anywhere you use it, you also have to change it. So right here, when I did it in the message, also have to lowercase that. So make sure everything is switched over in uniform, and then we can start up the bot again. All right, let's go to Discord. Let's see if it's working. So Coinflip heads, we lost. Okay, wow, we're really on a losing streak here. Winner, there we go. We won 5 coins. So let's check our balance. Balance. And then, okay, we have 125 coins. Let's do the coin flip again. Let's pick tails this time. Maybe tails is luckier. There we go. Winner, you won 5 coins. So now let's check our balance. We should have now 130. And there we go. It looks like it's winning. So the only addition to this command, I would say, is if you want to have a cooldown, because obviously I could just spam this up with the 50-50 odds and get 5 coins every time I win. So you might not want your users to be able to do that, right? You might want them to have a little bit of time in between they use the command. So let's implement a cooldown, a 1-hour cooldown, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So in order to implement a cooldown, all you have to do is let's first bring in what we used on the daily command, which is const parse milliseconds. So parse milliseconds equals require, and then we're going to get it from parse ms2. So if you don't have parse ms2 already, then all you have to do is go down here and type npm install and then parse ms2. That's all you got to do and it will work. So I'll show you, I can actually run that and it will just keep everything up to date. So you want to make sure to bring that in. And then let's go down here and right above this defer reply, we're going to send a hidden reply. Let's first create the cooldown. So const cooldown equals 3600000. So this is 1 hour in milliseconds, 1 hour cooldown. So make sure to get those zeros right, guys. It's 3, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 1 hour cooldown. Then we're going to say const time left. So time left equals cooldown. And then we're going to calculate how much time is left. So cooldown minus date.now. And then we're going to say minus Coinflip last used. And you're probably wondering, what is Coinflip last used? Well, we're going to bring in profile data. So this is going to be the data for each user that we pass to every command. And we're going to take out const coin flip last used from profile data. So what we have to do now is go into the profile schema. And just like this daily last used, we're going to create a new timer that's keeping track of when the user last used the coin flip command. So we're going to say coin flip last used. And we're going to say it's a type of number. So type number. And then we're going to say default is going to be set to 0 because by default, they have not used the Coinflip command yet. There we go. And then this should be importing just like that. And then all we have to do now is say if time left. So if the calculated time that we have left is greater than 0, then we're going to say await interaction dot defer reply. And this is the word that I've apparently been saying wrong this whole time. So it's EPHEMERAL, and we're going to set that to true. I kept saying ephemeral in all the past tutorials, but just a quick side note, guys, it's not ephemeral, it's ephemeral. Okay, I'm really bad at pronunciations, but it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying I have been saying that wrong. Anyways, let's continue. Let's take out minutes. So minutes, and we'll take out seconds as well from parse milliseconds, and we're going to parse time left. There we go. So this is going to convert the milliseconds into minutes and seconds. And then we're going to say return await interaction.edit replies. This is going to be a private reply because we did ephemeral true right here. And then we're going to say claim your next coin flip in, and then we can say the minutes. So minutes, min, and then we can say the seconds. So seconds, sec. There we go. And that should work. And also guys, don't forget you have to put return here, because what happens if you don't put return here is it will just edit the reply and then it will try to defer the reply because the code will still run. So basically what return does is it stops running all the code and it says, okay, stop here. We have now come with the result. All right, you can then go right here below defer reply and we'll say await profile model. So profile model dot find. And you can go down here, select find one and update. Make sure you got the right one. And then we can match the user ID with the ID that we took from interaction.user. We can then do money sign set. And what we're going to set is their coin flip last used. And we're going to set it to date dot now. So the current date right now in milliseconds. So what this is going to do is that when they use it, it's going to set in the profile model on the database for this user their coin flip last used to the date that they're currently using and the time that they're currently using this command. Then when they go and use it again, it's going to calculate, okay, this is the date that they're using the command right now. This was the date that they last used this command. And if we subtract that from the cooldown, then we know, okay, if that number is greater than 0, then that means they have this many minutes and this many seconds before they can use it again. And if they don't, then that means they can go ahead and use it. We'll make sure to go into the database, mark that they're using it right now, and proceed with the logic to flip the coin. Now let's start up the bot. This should be working. So let's go over to Discord. Let's do coin flip and then let's select tails. And there we go. We got winner. So now we have logged it, and in the database, we now have a coin flip last used. Now when we go to use it again, it should give us a hidden reply telling us we have a certain amount of minutes and certain amount of seconds left. Let's see. There we go. It says claim your next coin flip in 59 minutes and 45 seconds. Then you can see if I try to use it again, it's just gonna recalculate the time, and it's gonna say 59 minutes and 38 seconds. So there we go, guys. That's how you make a 1-hour cooldown for the coin flip command. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment on the video. I really appreciate everyone who comments, or if you guys have any more ideas of commands that you want to see on this channel, go ahead, let me know, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.